Hi, I'm Colton with Porsche Center Calgary, and this is a pre-owned 2018 Macan GTS. Now we're pretty excited to have this one because we're virtually out of new 2018 Macan GTSs. At the time of filming here we have two remaining. Neither of them though are as well equipped as this one. Let me tell you a little bit about it. Firstly, the GTS in general. It's definitely my favorite iteration of the Macan. It has a little more horsepower than the Macan S, but more so than just the horsepower, you're paying for extra content. There's a lot more standard equipment. So things like the wheels. On a Macan S, you would get an 18-inch wheel. With the GTS, you get a 20-inch wheel. This particular one, it's been upgraded actually to a 21, so it's got as big a wheels as you can get. Pretty cool. Now, I mentioned a little more horsepower than the S. You do have the same 3-liter twin-turbo V6, 360 horsepower in this case. It's got a lot of power. Some other extra content that's standard on the GTSs are things like the air suspension. They'll all have that, so you can adjust your ride height as well as ride firmness, and you'll get the sport exhaust as standard too, so you can press the button. Sounds a little more aggressive. And then aesthetically, they look a little bit different as well. In the front end, you'll notice they have a different front bumper compared to the S. They have what Porsche calls the Sport Design Package, so you can option that on other cars, but it's standard on all of the GTSs. So you get the LED fog lights and a little bit more paint on the front end there. As well, the side skirt down here, this piece is painted as part of that Sport Design Package. This particular one had the side blade painted as well, which is a separate thing, but this piece here, painted body color, would be matte black otherwise. And then the back end will be painted on the lower part of the bumper as well, which it wouldn't be on an S unless you had added that Sport Design Package. So the GTS ends up being a really good value with all that extra stuff as standard. Now, I also mentioned when we started out that this has a lot of content, more than the ones that we currently have in stock on the new side. So things like the LED headlights. Top level headlights, they'll give you, they're adaptive, so they'll turn with the steering wheel, they'll look further down the road, but they also have the auto high beam function, so you can leave your high beams on. When it sees a car coming the other way, it'll just dip them out of the way so you don't dazzle that oncoming traffic. Pretty cool, you don't have to worry about turning the lights on and off all the time. Moving to the inside, this one also has a full leather interior. So the seats on just about all of them will be leather, but from there you can upgrade to have the dash in leather and the armrests, and then beyond that to have all the doors, everything under the dash leather as well. That's what this one has. So full leather interior, really nice. I like that feature a lot. We also have painted gauges, so they're white to match the exterior, as well as the Sport Chrono Clock. That's been painted as well, which really, it just makes the interior a little bit more exciting. I like it quite a bit actually. And that Sport Chrono package is another option that obviously this one is equipped with. What that's going to give you is all of the cars will have a Sport button. With Sport Chrono, you get Sport Plus. So pressing that Sport button is going to sharpen the throttle response, change the shift points to be a little bit later. In the case of a GTS where you have the air suspension and the Sport exhaust, it's going to activate those as well, stiffen the ride, and make it a little bit louder. When you press Sport Plus, it does all that, but just to the next level. Right, which without that Sport Chrono you don't get. Also as part of that you get the launch control. So if you want to race somebody off the lights, you can get that perfect kind of race start, which is pretty cool. A few other things, the surround view camera. So all of them will have the rear view camera. This one has the full surround 360 view, which is one of my favorite features. I really love that one. We also have the panoramic sunroof. Definitely a worthwhile option there. Makes a huge difference on resale too if you're looking at selling the car down the road. The seats have been upgraded to the 14-way as opposed to the standard 8-way. They're a little bit flatter in this case, and they do give you thigh extension and lumbar support, which you wouldn't get on the standard seat. It's also cooled as another option that was added. Heated would be standard, cooling was added, as was heating in the rear. So that's kind of a summary of all of the really important, cool stuff about this car, but the fact that it is pre-owned rather than those new ones, not only do you have the value of, discounted price from where it was new, and this one only has about 12,000 kilometers, so it's pretty near new, but you also get, because it's Porsche approved certified pre-owned, a warranty extension. So with a new car you get 4 years or 80,000 kilometers. With this one you would get 6 years from that original in-service date with no kilometer limit. So you end up actually with more warranty than a new car, and the discounted price, and this one's got great content and a clean history. So definitely a cool car. It'll actually be up in our showroom after we're done shooting here, so you can come down, check it out, take a closer look, and we can arrange a test drive for you. Thanks so much for watching.